So hi guys, once again welcome back to our channel. There was a break yesterday. We couldn't come online because I think both of us were busy yesterday. So we'll cover up the last three matches. RCB yet again losing in Chinnaswamy. Three losses in Chinnaswamy now, and they've lost to Punjab Kings. It was a rain curtailed match, and unfortunately, once again RCB lost the toss, and Punjab Kings won the toss, chose to bowl first. But then, what were the RCB batters doing? I'm not sure actually because they just kept on losing wickets. At one stage, we were discussing whether they would even cross 50. They were like 42 for 7. And then in the end, Tim David, he played a good cameo and he scored a half century, first half century for Tim David in the IPL. And he took RCB to 95 runs in 14 overs. And in reply also, RCB actually fought really hard. Actually, they looked as if RCB has a chance to win the game because they kept on taking wickets. Josh Hazelwood, he picked up 3 wickets. I think the pace and bounce really helped the RCB bowlers. Even Bhuvneshwar Kumar bowled well. Suyash was also bowling well, but then in the end, Nehal Vadera, he came in and he played a knock of 33 and sealed the match for the Punjab Kings. So, your initial thoughts about that match in Chinnaswamy?
Yeah, so the jinx continue and RCB are still unable to win at Chinnaswamy. And I guess if this is the situation, it might affect their chances to qualify as the first two because you got to win few matches at Chinnaswamy.
Yeah, now actually, if
And
you see, RCB are out of the top four now after yesterday's results. So,
uh,
very
today they
important.
have a match.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time they get out, they get a match, and maybe today they need to win the match. But again, I guess why they are unable to read the pitch condition because that was a tricky pitch. Even if you see PBK's batters, they struggled.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they are because initially if you see Phil Salt again came like okay, let's go with Phil Salt. He plays that kind of cricket only. But again, like even Kohli went for that shot, and after that, I why
No,
Padikkal was
actually,
dropped.
yeah, that was a strange decision. Actually, Padikkal was dropped, and then they gave the impact player to Manoj Pandeke. Now, what do you think about this decision?
Again, like, why do you need to change? If it wasn't a forced change, if there is no injury, why will you drop Padikkal? Like, what wrong has he done? He
He
has
has
like
been a
he
little,
like
he has been inconsistent though. If you see last few matches, like alternate match is performing, but one match is failing like that. So maybe that is why they might have thought, I think. But now,
I
what
don't
is Liam
support that.
Livingston doing there? What is Liam
Huh?
Livingston doing?
Place of Liam Livingston is still like they have. If you see RCB squad, they have plenty of options to change.
Yeah,
Like
they
Liam
can
Livingston.
now considering the Mulanpur conditions today, they can go with Jacob Bethel, who can also bowl few overs. Spin bowling he can bowl.
And also one more thing, we all are saying that Tim David is a finisher, but he came, I guess, very early. He came in sixth or seventh over, maybe, and he showed some tough mental toughness how he handled the innings. So, don't you think like Tim David should be promoted up the order? Obviously, he's the best finisher, but don't you think if he could come slightly above in the order?
Yeah, you can say that in hindsight, but I think he came early because RCB had lost so many wickets. Like the top order just completely failed. Like I don't know what Patidar was looking good, but even Patidar threw his wicket away. And then Salt Kohli didn't fire. Liam Livingston as usual. Now I think many people are discussing now that maybe you can drop Liam Livingston and bring in Jacob Bethel or bring in even Romario Shepherd so that it will add a
Yeah.
finisher option. Yeah.
Definitely. You can promote Tim David, like drop Livingston, promote Tim David, and add Romario Shepherd as a role of finisher.
But today in
Because if Tim
Mulanpur
David,
conditions, today in Mulanpur
huh,
conditions, it's the rematch. So in these conditions, we saw Chahal pick up 4 wickets. So maybe Jacob Bethel can be an option. No, left arm spin he
yeah,
can.
because he can give you few spin, is giving you few spin overs also. But again, yes, like performance of, and again the captaincy of Patidar, he was doing very well. But once Suyash got hit for boundaries of the last two balls of his over. Of the last ball, I guess he was bowling a
Yeah.
really good over. He bowled five dot balls
Nehal
to
Vadera.
Naman Nihal Vadera,
Nehal
sorry.
Vadera
And then
smashed.
and last ball he got hit. So I don't guess after Nihal Vadera hit him, he should be brought again in front of Nehal Vadera. He could have like he could like Patidar could have taken match to the deep. He could have
Maybe
bowled
he could
with
have given
yes,
another. Maybe he could have given another over to Yashdayal maybe at that point.
yes, definitely. Yes, they all could have bowled or because the pace which they were extracting was like really difficult for the batters to play. So I guess Patidar again missed the trick here.
I think what he should have done is he should have kept 1 over of Hazelwood at the end because Hazelwood was only bowling really well. He
No,
was
no, but
struggling to
but
bat.
then also if you save the over of Hazelwood because he got 2 wickets in that over and that was the where the match was about to change.
Yeah.
After that 2 wickets, the over which was given to Patidar was not correct, I guess. There he could have brought Yash Dayal or maybe
Oh, so Suyash
because
you're saying. Over which he gave to
huh,
Suyash.
yeah, because then he like his ball, Suyash Sharma's ball was being read easily by batsman. He like smoked him for that over, and then yes, that match was over. But again, no fault of bowling. You can't. You are just scoring 95 runs.
No, yeah,
That's a
if
bit of
only
concern.
if RCB batters had batted sensibly, definitely they could have scored 120 to 130, which could have been a winning total. Because
Easily.
considering Punjab was struggling there.
Yeah,
One way, the wicket of Nehal Vadera would have sealed the match under that pressure.
definitely. Like a bit more rational approach from RCB batters could have given them those points because the pitch was difficult. Even the outfield has become really damp. The ball was stucking; it didn't go, was not going for boundary. So a 120-130 match could have been a very easy win for RCB. But
Yeah,
I
is it turning out to be more of a psychological pressure where RCB are losing the toss and then maybe they are thinking they should bat first and they should score 200? Is it becoming psychological pressure?
yeah,
Because three
yeah,
times we have seen in away matches they are performing really well. But at home, I don't know whether they are feeling any pressure. The bat is completely looking the opposite. Tim David is always
that's
saving RCB.
they
Yeah.
are aiming too much. They are aiming too much. So that's why I guess uh, they uh, they are failing. But again, today they have another chance to win another match, and maybe once they win the match, they can come in the yeah. If they win the match, they will again join. I guess they'll become number three because their net run rate is still better than Punjab and LSG. So if they win the match, they will come at number three.
Yeah, definitely. And then also another match between Mumbai Indians and CSK. But we'll discuss the yesterday's two matches as well. But RCB once again suffering a loss at home. And I think it is good for RCB that I think next they will be playing Rajasthan Royals, who are also not able to find a way to win. So you can maybe that will be a good opportunity for RCB to get back to winning ways in Chinnaswamy. Don't you think so?
Yeah, Rajasthan Royals are snatching loss from a victorious position. They are winning a match till 18th over, and then I don't know what they do.
Yeah,
What?
definitely. Will
How can you do yesterday's
yeah,
match? Like, well, we'll come to that, but let's
yeah, we'll come
first
to that.
discuss the day
Afternoon
match,
match.
which happened
Yeah, afternoon match which happened
DCMP.
yesterday. Even Delhi Capitals versus Gujarat Titans. Actually, it was a really good match actually because Delhi Capitals they won the toss. They chose to sorry, Gujarat Titans won the toss, chose to bowl first, I think. And the Delhi Capitals batted well actually, 203 for 8. In fact, they looked like they could have got even more when KL Rahul and Karun Nair were batting at the crease. It looked like Delhi Capitals could reach 220, 230, but I think they lost some lot of wickets in the middle. Stubbs actually scored 31. He got out. Ashutosh Sharma, as usual, that finisher role he played well, 37 from 19 balls. But then I think that middle order slightly got exposed yesterday because Akshar Patel scored 39. No one was able to score half century yesterday in the Delhi Capitals batting, and I think that is what I think cost them in the end. But meanwhile, though, Prasidh Krishna, what a bowler he's turning out to be for Gujarat Titans, taking wickets after wickets every time. 4 wickets yesterday. And
And
then,
he holds now purple cap.
yeah, he's the purple
Purple
cap
cap.
holder.
Yeah.
Outstanding bowling. And Delhi Capitals, he still it looked 203 looked a good total. But then in reply, Josh Butler actually that top three, one of those that top three of Gujarat Titans is always clicking for them. Shubman Gill couldn't contribute. Sai Sudarshan he scored 36, but then according to his standards, I think that is a less contribution. But then Josh Butler 97 from 54. I don't know what is the love affair with this 97 number. Shreyas Iyer was not out on 97. Quinton de Kock scored 97, and now Josh Butler 97 from 54 balls. And then at the other end also, Sharfan Rutherford, 43 from 34. It was looking really good. But Mohit Sharma, he really got hammered yesterday for Delhi Capitals. And Mitchell Stark, the hero from the previous match in Delhi against Rajasthan Royals, even he got smacked in the end. And Gujarat Titans won the match easily. So your thoughts about this match?
So yes, like the innings of Delhi were like really good. They scored really good, and again Karun Nair is showing what he is. Again, scoring such consistency is showing. So obviously that's a good sign. Even Rahul has scored a very good 28 of 14 balls. But I guess where they missed the trick was when Akshar Patel was batting. He batted a bit too slow. He consumed 32 balls and scored 39 runs. Maybe he could have played a bit better, so the target could have been more. But again, still 203 is a fine score. But again, it was very well chased down by Gujarat Titans. And no matter who the bowler is, if there is Mr. Finisher, Tewati at the other end, he
Yeah,
will
yeah.
smack you at 2 or 6.
Yeah,
So
the
yeah,
smacking Mitchell Stark. Yeah, Mitchell Stark just defended yesterday. 10 runs were required from the last over in the first match. Mitchell Stark defended 9 runs in the last over in the previous match. So odds were favoring Mitchell Stark. But then Tewatia doesn't even care. First ball six,
yeah.
four, done.
First
Match done.
ball, first ball he faced off Mitchell Stark. He just smacked it for 6 and then 4, and the match was over. But again, Gujarat Titans batting strength. Yeah, top three are showing. If one of them is failing, the other two are there to contribute. And even now, Sherfin Rutherford is joining the party. So that's a very good sign for Gujarat Titans. And now DC a bit losing the track, like 2 losses in previous 3 matches. So they need to they should think that they should not become Rajasthan Royals of previous season where they won the initially and then I don't know what happened to them in the
Yeah,
later part of
but
the
it's
season.
hard actually. But still they're having 5 wins out of 7. No,
Yeah,
so
definitely. No, I'm not saying that. So yes, definitely they are having their chances, like maximum chances of qualification. Uh, but if they want to qualify, so see, if you are scoring 203, you should at least give a kind of competition should be there. But again, they won match by I guess 6 wickets, so that was a very
yeah.
easy kind of win for Gujarat.
Actually, Delhi
So
made a very interesting change yesterday. They dropped Jake Fraser Megger and they used Donovan Ferreira in the middle order for finishing, but I think that didn't work for them. Donovan Ferreira got
and
out for one.
also like injury of Faf du Plessis, like I don't know, is it so like he's not playing? He's been out like from last three
Yeah,
matches, I guess.
yeah, he's been out. I don't know. They say that he's recovering, but I think it will take more time. I think for him to recover.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why I guess. Now, but again, DC and GT like they are the top two sides, so obviously one of them got to lose, and it was a good match. So right now, if you see GT have again become table toppers with DC
But
joining them at number 2.
again, another concern for Gujarat Titans. Rashid Khan went wicketless, and Sai Kishore bowled only 1 over actually yesterday in the whole innings.
So
They didn't
these
even
things are
need him.
happening quite a few. Like most of the times, these things are happening, and we don't have any answer for that. Like, why will you do that?
Yeah, Sai Kishore in that 1 over also he picked up a wicket. That Ashutosh Sharma, I think,
Yeah,
that last over. But good innings from Ashutosh actually. I think that only took Delhi past 200. But then Josh Butler, he was just completely unstoppable yesterday. And then in the end, it looked as if maybe Delhi can still sneak through. If it was Rajasthan Royals,
huh.
means definitely Delhi would have won that match. But it was Gujarat Titans, not Rajasthan Royals. And
Yeah,
Tewati also. So yeah.
definitely. So a very good performance from GT if you see, and they are showing that they are like possibly the contenders for IPL for the
Yeah,
title because
and now they're at the top of the table, no, with 10 points.
yeah,
And Delhi also 10 points.
def-
Now there is a list of teams with 10 points now. Yeah, LSG is in 10 points. Punjab is in 10 points. RCB have to, it's very important today for them to come win and go to 10 points as well. So table is heating up. Anyways, we'll come to the second match yesterday between the Rajasthan Royals and the Lucknow Super Giants. Actually, I don't know how you can lose these kind of matches. LSG won the toss, chose to bowl first. LSG won the toss, chose to bat first, and LSG got off to a really poor start, if you see, because Mitchell Marsh, rare failure for him. Jofra Archer struck immediately. But then Aiden Markram, ever since I have not been picking him in the fantasy, he's performing really well now. Third half century for him. Uh,
Yeah.
66 from 45 balls. Puran couldn't contribute once again. Got a start, but then he also got out. Rishabh Pant again, another failure, 3 from 9 balls. So, but in the middle, if you see Ayush Badoni, how important was that knock? 50 from 34 balls. Superb knock from Ayush Badoni, actually. And then in the end, that last over from Sandeep Sharma, I think Rajasthan will be regretting that now.
Definitely, yes.
Abdul Samad
Like,
hit 27 runs of that last over, and that made a big difference in the end. And
so
in
if you
yeah,
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 I'm saying if you see the performance of Sandeep Sharma from last two matches, where he bowled last over in the previous match also, where he was bowling consistently, he was bowling wides ball and no balls, and then in the super over he bowled and again he bowled. So his performance is a bit of concern now in the death overs,
yeah,
because
yeah.
now
That's
I
the
guess
thing
he's
actually.
read easily by the batter. So maybe he captain needs to avoid him in the death over, and maybe he can finish his quota by 18th over or maybe 17th over,
Yeah, maybe finish
because
him
this
by
has
the
happened
18th
of
over or 17th over and give the last over to Jofra Archer. Maybe try him.
hmm,
Maybe that can
definitely.
work for them. But that
But
is
I guess
also
now it's too
no, but
late
that
for Rajasthan.
yeah, yeah. Too late for Rajasthan.
Yeah, you were saying something.
No, no, no. We can. That is also okay. He gave 27 runs, and Lucknow Super Giants finished with 180. But in the run chase, if you see Yashasvi Jaiswal and what composure, what fearlessness that 14-year-old showed yesterday, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, he's just going after everyone. 34 from 20 balls, outstanding innings from him. And Yashasvi Jaiswal also 74 from 52. It looked as if RR were cruising. And opening partnership, if we see, 85 runs opening partnership. And after that, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, I mean, Aiden Markram dismissed Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Nitish Rana also got dismissed. But then again, Riyan Parag and Yashasvi Jaiswal, they formed a partnership of 62. And when they both were batting, it looked as if RR were cruising. In fact, I thought, okay, finally Rajasthan is going to win today and LSG might lose again. But then Avesh Khan in those last 2 overs, like he dismissed Jaiswal, he dismissed Riyan Parag, and then suddenly I don't know what Shimran Hetmeyer is doing actually in this Rajasthan Royals team. His role is to finish the matches, and 2 times in a row he's completely irresponsible.
Yeah,
He's not finishing anything. Got out, and then in the last
definitely.
over, once again Avesh Khan defending 9 runs in the last over. Once again, 9 runs from 6 balls. The love affair of 9 runs from 6 balls, and
No, I
Rajasthan
guess,
Royals.
I guess that's not a very good batting from Hetmeyer, Jurel, and even Shubham Dubey. Like, I don't see where is that game sense or game awareness where we talk. A catch was dropped and they could have easily run three, and they I guess ran only 2 runs. A catch was dropped off, I guess Shubham
Shubham
Dubey
Dubey.
only in the last.
Yeah.
Shubham. Again, same mistakes they are making. If you are not able to hit boundaries, at least try to convert singles into doubles, doubles into triples,
No, but even if they
because
had
other.
even if they had hit 2 runs, they would have needed 3 runs from the last ball. But Jurel would have been on strike. Maybe that could have been a better opportunity.
Maybe, but they got to take those runs. See again how many runs they were short. They were short by 2 runs, and if they had run those 3 runs, maybe the match could have been again become a tie, or maybe strike would have changed and they could have won that. But again, credits to Avesh Khan.
No, but
Very good bowling.
really now, do you think that this Rajasthan Royals team can be equated with South Africa, where they are just completely cruising in the run chase, and then in the last parts of the run chase, they are finding a way to lose? Like, how can you lose these kind of matches? Like, I remember at one stage they needed 25 runs from the last 3 overs they need. How can you lose that kind of an
Yeah.
equation?
That's what I am asking. If you only run one double in that over and five singles, then also you will reach to 7 run and over, and then last over you'll get around 8 9 to score. But again, you are again going for boundaries, not taking those singles into doubles. So RR is missing the finisher, and I don't know what's wrong with their management. Actually, the concern injury of Sanju Samson is again a very depressing thing for Rajasthan. Obviously, Vaibhav Suryavanshi played a good inning, but if you have a player like Samson in your side, so that makes altogether a very good difference.
But
But
imagine,
if you
no,
see, so
imagine now backing the 14-year-old and then he delivers a performance like this on debut.
yeah, Definitely, that's a very good sign for Indian cricket altogether. And Rajasthan have a habit of promoting those youngsters. And if you remember, I was talking about one left-arm bowler from Rajasthan. I couldn't remember his name. It was Kamran Khan in 2008.
Oh,
If you remember that
yeah, yeah.
left-arm.
I think from Pakistan,
Yeah.
no? Yeah,
No,
nowadays,
no, he was from India.
oh, because that time Pakistanis were also allowed to play IPL. Now they are not
No,
allowed,
no,
but
he was from India. Yeah, Kamran Khan. Yeah. So Rajasthan have a habit of bringing these young players. Even if you see Yashasvi Jaiswal also, a very good talent developed by them. But
yeah,
again, they got you got to win the matches. So right now, Rajasthan have only 2 victories out of 8 matches they have played.
yeah, they need to win the 6 out of 6 now, which is very highly unlikely actually because given their team, like really, what is Shimran? They retained Shimran Hetmeyer over Josh Butler, and he's not able to finish the matches for Rajasthan Royals. Now, is it high time they drop Hetmeyer and bring in another finisher, or you will still back Hetmeyer to do it?
No, you cannot drop Shimron Hetmeyer obviously because even other batters dropped wicket Jaiswal's wicket. There was no need of that shot. Even I don't know, both of them could have finished the match. And then too soon, wickets were filling so quickly that there was a kind of pressure on Hetmeyer, and it's so unlucky for him that a player of caliber of Hetmeyer couldn't finish the last 2 matches where 9 runs are required.
Yeah.
So, but you cannot drop definitely a player like Hetmeyer. You cannot drop him.
Yeah, definitely, actually. But there's another concern actually because they were cruising along when Jaiswal and Riyan Parag were batting at the crease. It looked as though Rajasthan Royals would easily win the match, but then they found a way to.
Yeah,
Well, it would be really heartbreaking actually
lose a
because
match.
even though we are not RR fans, it's really painful to see them mess up these kind of run chases. It was in their hands when Jaiswal and Parag were batting and I just threw it away. But
Huh.
take no credit away from Avesh Khan though. What last 2 overs he bowled? Outstanding last 2 overs. Don't you think so?
Definitely. And we all are talking about always Stark, Jofra Archer, Bumrah. But I guess he is not, we have not glorified Avesh Khan too much. He's bowling really well nowadays. And I guess if selectors are seeing him, he definitely deserves a spot now. Because I guess he has even played for India. But again, I don't know,
Yeah,
some
yeah.
due to some injury, he was dropped. But now I guess he's back in form. And yeah, defending 9 runs is not a joke.
Yeah, and in fact, I thought Markram would be the man of the match, but they gave the man of the match to Avesh Khan. But anyways, that good bowling though. And I think there was an improvement in the captaincy of Rishabh Pant today because he understood that Shardul Thakur couldn't defend the target against CSK in the previous match. So conveniently finished off Shardul Thakur still had 1 over left, but he didn't go to Shardul Thakur. They made a change. They brought in Prince Yadav for this match. And they used Prince Yadav in the death overs along with Avesh Khan. Don't you think that was an improvement in captaincy?
That was a good improvement, but you cannot keep Shardul Thakur away from match. If you remember that catch of Shimron Hetmeyer which Shardul Thakur took at short fine leg,
Yeah, yeah.
so it was really very unlucky. Like it just went. It was a very bad ball and it just went into the hand. So actually, it was also a bit unlucky for Rajasthan Royals. Also, they could have won that match. But again, yes, a good captaincy from Rishabh Pant, but his batting skills. Any comments on that? T20 batting
Yeah.
skills.
Yeah, he's been completely out of form actually. In fact, if you see for LSG yesterday, it was Markram, Badoni, and Samad who saved them. And do you think that David Miller is being underutilized or he's underachieving? I don't know what. Like, we are not able to see the old David Miller, which we have seen in the IPL for South Africa and all we have seen. But he has been really very quiet in this season. Like, is it because he's batting too low down the order, or is it because like there's too much pressure on him? Or what is the reason
Definitely, that
Miller
is
is not?
like too lower down the order. And what I suggest is if Rishabh Pant doesn't open, he can bat in place of David Miller, and David Miller could be promoted to number 4 because it also gives you a left hand that combination also. And Rishabh Pant in the middle order is not able to do what he used to do. So maybe he can bat as an opener and promote David Miller, or maybe he can demote himself and promote David Miller up in the order.
Yeah, he can
Because
maybe
with
come
that,
in at. he can maybe come in at number 6 or number 7 along with Abdul Samad. He can come now if he wants.
Definitely, definitely. So maybe there he can escape that criticism also that he had few balls to play. That's why he couldn't score. Because now he's exposing himself again and again in this entire IPL. Even against I guess CSK, he scored few runs. There he also played really very slow. He was like 38 of
Yeah.
38, and then he got two sixes.
Yeah, we are not able to
So
see that. We are not able to see that old explosive Miller, which we know him for
yeah.
in this season. And maybe that is because Mitchell Marsh and Puran have been doing most of the scoring for them. Now Markram is doing. And yesterday, a very, very underrated good knock from Ayush Badoni also. 50 from 34 balls. Really need to appreciate that knock. In fact, I
Definitely.
think that was the partnership which actually, because LSG were in trouble after losing early wickets. But then this partnership, 76 runs partnership between Ayush Badoni and Aidan Markram, took them to some respectability. But then in the end, Abdul Samad, LSG are looking like a good rounded team actually. Without Mitchell Marsh and Puran contributing, if they are able to score 180, that is really good signs for them. Don't you think so?
Yeah, definitely. So LSG, DC, GT, RCB, Punjab, they are looking promising, but let's see what happens.
Yeah,
Uh,
still 7 games, 6 games to go for every franchise. But Rajasthan Royals really feel for them two times in a row with the same equation, 9 runs required from the last over. That day it was Mitchell Stark, yesterday it was Avesh Khan, and the same two batters also at the crease, Shimran Hetmeyer and Dhruv Jurel. Same two batters, same equation. It only thing is different ground and different opposition, different bowler, and still they couldn't complete it.
I
So
guess they need to play a simulation match where they give every of their batter to score 9 runs of the last overs, and they should do this 50, at least 50 or 100 times, because
yeah.
they have actually lost 4 points, and if they would have won, they could have been like in the sixth or the maybe fifth position. But again, they are losing too closely these matches.
No, they should do that simulation with Shimron Hetmeyer and Dhruv Jurel at the crease because only both of them are not able to complete
No,
it.
no, they should also try other batters. So if a need arise, they could retire out Hetmeyer or Dhruv Jurel. Whosoever does gets a chance to play for that last over.
No, but
They can do like
if they are going to retire out Shimron Hetmeyer, then what is the use of retaining him? On what basis did they retain him? And that too, above someone like Josh Butler, they are retaining Shimron Hetmeyer. And look what innings Josh Butler played yesterday. Now imagine if
yeah.
that Butler had been in Rajasthan Royals now. So clearly, I think something they have made some. I think they have made a lot of wrong decisions in the auction itself. Don't you think so?
Yeah, that's the thing. So this auction is haunting them again and again, and I guess Chahal has performed well, Butler is performing well now. Maybe today Ashwin performs well, and then Rajasthan can regret more and more. And even if you see Prasidh Krishna, even
Yeah,
Prasidh Krishna was part of Rajasthan, and now he is also performing well.
yeah. 4 wickets he took yesterday. So yeah, that's the
Purple cap
thing.
holder, he's not purple cap holder.
And they also released Trent Bolt, but Trent Bolt has been a little quiet actually, according to his standards. But even he is bowling well. But I don't understand the logic. Many people were criticizing RCB for releasing Yuzvendra Chahal. But what could be the logic behind RR releasing Yuzvendra Chahal?
No idea. I don't know. So I guess time. Yeah, we can wrap this up now.
And
So
another question actually, yesterday Vipraj Nigam bowled 4 overs. But Mohit Sharma, do you think was Mohit Sharma bowled 2 overs? Akshar Patel, did he underutilize himself yesterday a little bit? He's bowled only 2 overs yesterday in that match.
maybe, but again, I guess he went for 28 runs of that 2 overs.
No, Mohit Sharma went for 28 runs in 2 overs, but Akshar Patel went only for 18 runs in his 2 overs.
They could have tried again if I see the score. But yeah. So okay, you are talking about Ara. Which match you are talking about? Like the DC match?
DC versus GT match, Akshar Patel's captaincy, he bowled only 2 overs. Akshar Patel bowled only 2 overs. Maybe he could have bowled the remaining quota of overs, no, because considering that Mitchell Stark got hammered a little, they could have kept Mitchell Stark in the end. And maybe he could have bowled himself in those middle overs. Remember that Butler, he took down Mitchell Stark in the middle. He scored five
Ha,
boundaries against Mitchell Stark in
five
one over.
boundaries. If that break doesn't, we don't have arrived, like he could have scored sixth boundary also.
Yeah,
I guess thinking that.
maybe that over Akshar Patel could have bowled himself. No? That is what I'm asking.
Obviously. But again, that's because I guess he was working with the same plan that all their four bowlers like Mitchell Stark, Kumar, Mukesh Kumar, Vipraj, Kuldeep, they will bowl four over each, and uh, then Akshar and Mohit could do two over each. So I guess he was working with a simple plan and didn't want to change it. But again, Mitchell Stark, like he was relying on Mitchell Stark, but he couldn't deliver. Like 20 runs of that over proved really very costly for.
No, actually, what went wrong with Mitchell Stark yesterday? Because after such a good performance in Delhi, where he defended that total against Rajasthan Royals, suddenly he got hammered like that. So, what do you think went wrong yesterday with Mitchell Stark?
It's cricket. That's how it level ups the thing. Maybe law of averages. One day you are performing so good, and another day you are taken down. But again, Butler is a very classy batsman. He has been out of form, like when he has to lose his captaincy. But now I guess uh, things are happening good for Butler. So that's why. And again, yes, bowling to Butler is not a joke. And he was just creaming him off that the boundaries which he hit on the offside. So that was just a pure touch. So maybe
Yeah,
that's why the day when Mitchell Stark proved the quality of batters was different. Shimron Hetmeyer, Dhruv Jurel, they are not of that quality what Josh Butler holds. So maybe that was the difference.
yeah, that is where I think Rajasthan Royals made a huge mistake by releasing Josh Butler and retaining Shimron Hetmeyer. But nevertheless, not only Josh Butler, actually, in the end, even Tewatia, he smashed Mitchell Stark. And this is the advantage that Gujarat Titans are having, actually. Finishers down the order and the top three, gun top three, and then finishers. And
Hmm.
that is why GT are big contenders in this season. Not to take anything
Definitely.
away from Delhi, even Delhi are also big contenders. Just two, they only picked up, they've only suffered their second loss, still 7 matches left. If Delhi can win 3 matches, they will seal qualification. So I think they will do that. But nevertheless, very good win for Gujarat Titans also. Like even they are looking really good. Anyways, we'll be back again now for today's matches. Another double header, Super Sunday today. Punjab Kings will be playing against the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Repeat of the match which happened a couple of days ago, but this time it will be happening in Mulanpur. Just tell me, can
No,
RCB take?
actually, if you see, Punjab and RCB are playing each other consecutive for 3 days because the match was held after 12 a.m. So they played on Friday, they played on Saturday also, and now they are playing on Sunday also. So,
Yeah, yeah. And
yeah.
we need to see whether RCB can get redemption because now that LSG and GT have won yesterday, it becomes such an important match for RCB now. If RCB loses, suddenly they get stagnated outside the top four, and qualification becomes an issue for them. Don't you think so?
Yeah, definitely. RCB, if they want to win the title, firstly they should need to try to finish in the top two, because otherwise things will be very difficult. And if they have to finish the top two, they can't keep on being like they are looking a bit of inconsistent now. Someday they are firing so good, and the day when they are failing, everybody is failing.
Yeah.
So let's hope today they win. So we can
And
discuss this in this.
yeah, we can discuss that. And second match is also between the Mumbai Indians and the Chennai Super Kings. Chennai Super Kings have made a lot of changes. We'll discuss about that in the next video. So we come to the end of the review of all the matches. We couldn't come yesterday for doing a meeting, so we have covered all the 3 matches which happened yesterday and day before yesterday. So we'll be back again to do the preview of today's matches. It's another double header, Super Sunday today. So we'll be back again to do the preview of these matches. So until then, please like, share, subscribe, post your comments in the comment section. Post your comments as to what went wrong with Rajasthan Royals and why they are not able to get over the line suddenly. It's looking really tough now for the Rajasthan Royals. They're almost out of the tournament. And meanwhile, we'll be back again. Until then, take care, guys. Cheers and goodbye.